What is going on, guys? Money Webby here, back again on Monday. The nice two-game slate here tonight. I get it broken down for you. 6 of my favorite plays on the slate. My money's 6. And before we get going, go ahead and drop a like in the video if you're enjoying the content. Want to continue it to come your way every single day. So I'd really appreciate that. Love all the support. Let's hop right into it, though. First guy up, I'm going to go with Joel Embiid at 9,800. He had a really good DraftKings game, even though he was struggling, even though he just played 24 minutes. He was a beast at the rim. That's like the one thing he actually did do was the 5 blocks. Had a good amount of rebounds as well. And he was drawing foul after foul. Even though like he couldn't hit any jump shot, he still put up 22 points, 15 rebounds, and that 18 free throws. So it seems like the refs are going to give him a lot of calls in this series, and also the Nets big men are pretty foul prone. So at 9,800 here, I think Embiid could play some more minutes. It seems like they were being a little bit extra cautious, but if they're extra cautious again in this game, then they're probably going to go down 0-2. So, I mean, he's going to have to play over 30 minutes, I would say, in this game. Ben Simmons did not look very good last game. I mean, obviously, he can bounce back, but I feel like Embiid still is the best matchup on the court and can definitely have another huge game. The Nets always just give up a ton of DraftKings points to centers. So I'm going to go ahead and lock him in there as my first guy. Then I'm going to go with Steph Curry at 8,800. I did prefer Kevin Durant in the first game. Obviously, it was a little bit fluky that Steph Curry got 15 rebounds. I feel like he's never getting over 10 rebounds. Actually, I guess he's just turning into a rebound guard. 2 10s and 1 9 recently. But typically, he doesn't get that many rebounds. But it's obviously good going forward if he's starting to be more active on the glass. So I guess it's a good spot for him. Hopefully to fill it up again against the Clippers. But the main thing why I was kind of on Kevin Durant over Steph was the fact that I thought they would put Patrick Beverley on Steph Curry, honestly, to be a little bit more physical with him. And I thought that would limit Steph Curry a little bit. But they actually put Beverley on Kevin Durant. And that kind of made Kevin Durant struggle a little bit. He didn't really get many clean shots. It seems like he was always kind of fighting with Beverley for position, and then it took just too long for him to get off a clean look. So he kind of struggled a little bit, and Steph Curry was just absolutely locked in with 8 out of 12 threes. And in this game, they're going to put Beverley on Steph Curry again, and their defense against the three-point shots by Steph was just very bad. So it's going to have to be a big turnaround for them to turn their lockdown Steph, and I just don't see it happening with this Clippers unit, especially with how they defended him in the first game. So I think he's going to have another big game. Priced up a little bit, but still his upside is crazy in this matchup. Just got to hope it stays close enough for him. Well, the good thing is that he does play the full rotation in the third quarter. So even if he didn't come in the fourth quarter, he still would have played like more than a few of the other starters. That's a good situation if it does get crazy. Crazy big lead in the third quarter. So I'm going to go ahead and lock him in there as my second guy. I'm going to go with Lou Williams in that same game. He looked like the only, like one of the two guys that could score against his Golden State team. Played really well. 11 for 21, 25 points, had 9 assists, had a ton of good passes down low in the pick and roll. So I like him a lot again in this game. He just looked very comfortable in that offense with MONTREZL. I think that will continue the case here in this game. Got 32 minutes, so he definitely played more than he averages in a typical game. And they did kind of pull him out, I think, a little bit early of the game, probably like a few minutes, probably like 2 or 3 minutes left. He got pulled because they were down pretty big. But at 6,800 here, price is up a little bit, but still has a crazy upside, as I feel like him and MONTREZL are going to be the two guys who really carry the load again on that pick and roll offense. So I'm going to go ahead and lock him in there as my third guy. Then MONTREZL, like I mentioned, he looked really good last game in a 5,900. Price isn't up that dramatically, and he also didn't even get that many rebounds with only 5 rebounds, 26 points. He was super efficient. Just had crazy finishes around the rim, and it seems like Golden State, I mean, whenever I watch them and just kind of see kind of their philosophy, I feel like they're always fine with just giving up 2-point shots if they are like contested and stuff like that. They're more kind of concerned, I would say, about stopping the 3-point shots. So MONTREZL, I think he can fill it up again here with some easy kind of efficient shots around the rim with Lou Williams. They'll probably have to play around 35 minutes off the bench, I would say, for them to honestly have like a chance of winning this game. So maybe they even kick up their rotation minutes a little bit earlier, like put them in with around like 7 minutes left in the first quarter, just so they don't get down in that kind of situation. And it seems like these are the only two guys that are kind of ready for the moment, Lou Williams and MONTREZL, that is. So 5,900, Really good upside again. I'm going to go ahead and lock him in there as my fourth guy. And I'm going to go with CARIS LEVERT. He looked really good in game one as well. And he only played 23 minutes, and he was just super efficient on the court, 8 for 18, 36 points. And I honestly could see him getting more minutes in this game. I know that Joe Harris played pretty well as well. But they could go small ball. They do have two guys that are currently questionable, in Jared Dudley and Ed Davis. So maybe if they're a little bit banged up, he can take a little bit of minutes away for them, like if they had to go small ball, like I mentioned, if Ed Davis is out. But I feel like CARIS LEVERT just deserves a few more minutes in this game and get it closer to like 25, 26. Just looking at how well he looked last game in this matchup. And in the case that Spencer Dinwiddie doesn't play very well, or D'Angelo Russell kind of struggles a little bit, you could see more minutes in that case as well. So I'm going to go ahead and lock him in there as my fifth guy. And for my value guy, I want to go with Ed Davis. I did mention how he is questionable for this game at 3,900, but obviously if he doesn't play, there is some potential value with Rondé Hollis-Jefferson if he gets bumped up in the rotation. So just kind of keep an eye on that news. The good thing is that it does start at 8 p.m. again, first game of the slate. So we should get word on if he's available or not. I mean, he's listed questionable. Questionable in the NBA nowadays, it seems more like probable. So I'm going to guess he's going to play, and they really need him anyways because their big man depth is not great, and they're not even really like true big men compared to Joel Embiid. They're a little bit smaller in stature. But Jared Allen, I think he's going to struggle in foul trouble again in this game. I mean, Joel Embiid, he is pretty crafty at drawing fouls, but honestly, some of these calls aren't even fouls, and they're still going to give it to him. It seems like he always gets a pretty favorable whistle. So I can see Jared Allen easily getting in foul trouble again. Ed Davis having to pick up over 20 minutes. So whenever he picks up over 20 minutes, he's typically a guy that puts up a lot of fantasy points. If you look at his fantasy points per minute, it is over 19.3 fantasy points per game and 17.6 minutes per game. So really good upside when he does get that extra run. I think he can have another really solid game if Allen does get in foul trouble, which I think is going to happen. So I'm going to go ahead and lock him in there as my final guy, but obviously keep up with the injury news on Ed Davis if he is or not playing. But if he is out, I mean, Rondé Hollis-Jefferson is really their only depth they really have, I would say, at the kind of potential center spot. So at 3,200, we could get word in of like Rondé Hollis-Jefferson is going to step up in this situation. And obviously, if that is the case, that's a really good value in place of Ed Davis. But good luck here tonight. Drop a like if you enjoyed the videos. I mean, this video or any other NBA video, I guess. And subscribe to the channel if you haven't already to continue to get these NBA playoffs DraftKings picks. Hope you enjoyed it. Wish you the best of luck. Hope they work out for you tonight. I will update any plays if Ed Davis is out on Twitter at MoneyWebby. But good luck. We'll see you back here again next time.